Welcome back to Braintree Today. I'm Sarah Hamilton and you're watching BCAM TV. Now we'll be getting into our latest stories from the week. President Donald Trump released an announcement that the U.S. military attacked Islamic State militants in Nigeria on Christmas Day. He says the main goal of the attack is to protect Christians living in the region. The Defense Department released a video showing the strikes being launched from a ship last Thursday. The strikes targeted ISIS terrorists and resulted in the deaths of multiple terrorists. Although the attack and its outcome could not be independently verified, President Trump said the strikes were aimed at terrorists who have been targeting and viciously killing innocent Christians. The strikes involved cooperation between both the U.S. and Nigeria. Nigeria's Foreign Minister Yusuf Tugar said the U.S. carried out the strikes with respect to Nigeria's boundaries. Tugar said, quote, "We don't see it violating our sovereignty or territorial integrity, and it's very important. It's not about religion, it's about the protection of lives and property of Nigerians," end quote. A knife-wielding man was arrested after stabbing 8 people and injuring 7 others at a tire factory in central Japan last Friday. There was no immediate explanation of his motive. 8 people were taken to hospitals after being stabbed by the man with a knife at the Yokohama Rubber Company factory in the city of Mishima, west of Tokyo. The fire department said that 5 of the people who were stabbed were in serious condition, but other details were not available. Shizuoka police said the attacker was a 38-year-old man. He was arrested for attempted murder at the factory, but did not give further details. The attacker is believed to be a former employee at the factory, according to media sources. The suspect was carrying a survival knife and wearing what appeared to be a gas mask, according to investigators. 7 others were also injured by bleach thrown at them by the attacker and taken to hospitals for treatment. Japan has strict gun control laws and is known for violent crimes being rare, but there have been a number of high-profile knife attacks in recent years. The defense ministers of Thailand and Cambodia on Saturday signed a ceasefire meant to end 3 weeks of deadly fighting along their disputed border. The truce went into effect at noon local time, and initial reports from residents along the 500-mile border suggested that fighting has stopped. At least 22 civilians, 21 in Cambodia and 1 in Thailand, have been killed since an earlier ceasefire brokered in July by President Trump collapsed on December 8th. The Thai government says 25 of its soldiers have been killed, while Cambodia hasn't disclosed military casualties. The 2 bouts of fighting this year have been the deadliest on record in the century-old border dispute between the 2 Southeast Asian countries and have involved the use of airstrikes, heavy artillery, drones, and other weapons. Each side has accused the other of attacking civilian areas and cultural and religious sites. Around 100 people, many of them civilians, were killed during the clashes in July, according to officials from both countries. Being a new parent is hard, and finding reliable information can be even harder. Consumer Reports says parents are being flooded with misleading posts online about what's safe for infant sleep. That includes advice from social media influencers, AI chatbots, and even some retailers. Recent studies found that more than 9 out of 10 infant sleep photos on Instagram show unsafe situations based on long-established medical guidelines. Examples include babies sleeping on their stomachs or surrounded by pillows, blankets, and stuffed animals. Experts say the problem isn't just influencers. Some retailers send mixed messages too. A product page may say not safe for infant sleep, but show a baby sleeping in the product in the photo right next to it. Consumer Reports also found that some AI chat programs recommend sleep products or positions linked to an increased risk of infant death. Online tools often give answers people want to hear, even when they don't match medical guidance. So what should parents do? Consumer Reports recommends sticking with established safe sleep practices to reduce the risk of sleep-related deaths. The day after Christmas is a time for reflection and to add up the damage to your pocketbook. Many shoppers dug deep into their wallets to pay for holiday gifts this season. There were those with the mindset of spend now and regret later, but there were also those who did their best to shop within their Christmas gift budget. A recent report from MasterCard shows that shoppers spent nearly 4% more this year between November 1st and December 21st as compared to last year. Tariffs and inflation didn't stop many people from spending this year, but shoppers became more selective of their purchases. According to a report from Rocket Mortgage, one of those cutbacks was that consumers spent less on holiday decor to maximize buying gifts instead, but that gift buying came at a higher price as well. The Tax Foundation, a nonprofit data organization, found that Americans paid millions in tariffs on items such as video game consoles, toys, and scooters. Thanks for watching Braintree Today. We'll be right back with more after the break.
I'm Mayor Erin Joyce, and I'd like to tell you about some important projects we're working on here in Braintree to improve the quality of our local water bodies and to protect our town from the dangers of flooding and stormwater runoff. Stormwater runoff is the water generated from rain and snowmelt that flows over hard surfaces and does not soak into the ground. Stormwater runs through a system of pipes in the street and into our local water bodies, such as the Cochado River, Farm River, Manatequit River, and Sunset Lake. In Braintree, we have a separate sewer system. So what does that mean? That means that there are actually two separate pipes in most streets that carry stormwater and sanitary sewer separately. So when it rains and water washes into our catch basin system, it ties into the stormwater system, which transports water to our water bodies. Over the past 5 years, the town of Braintree has been working hard to maintain and improve our stormwater drainage systems. Now, we're constructing retrofits to the drainage system. These drainage retrofits use the natural process of infiltration to improve water quality and reduce potential flooding in our neighborhoods. At Plain Street Cemetery, we're constructing a bioretention basin. What that is right before the water, which today runs piped to the Manatequit River. This project intercepts that pipe before it goes and discharges into the river. And it creates a place for the water to go first, which is the bioretention basin. And in that basin, plants and engineered soils will filter the water so that that water that's coming off of the neighborhood right now, unfiltered, untreated, will be collected into a rain garden, and that provides a lot of pollution control before the water ultimately makes it to the Manatequit River.
I'm Rachel Horak. I live here in Braintree, and I'm the president of Sustainable Braintree. We think of ways that we can help our residents of Braintree live healthier lives that are in better harmony with our planet. Bioretention basin at the cemetery site is part of an overall project to expand the Braintree Cemetery. And this project will not impact current burial sites, nor will it impact future burial sites. After the bioretention basin is constructed, we add native plants that help filter out the pollutants so that the water is a little bit cleaner. Some of the ways that residents can help are reduce the amount of fertilizers that you use on your lawn, picking up pet waste, reducing the amount of garbage in our streets, and also raking the catch basins that you might see on the roadways.
To pay for these projects, we're leveraging grants from the Mass DEP, the U.S. Environmental Protection Agency, and the Metropolitan Area Planning Council. As a Braintree resident, you should know that the town is actively working on projects that help improve the water quality in our water bodies. With your help and these projects, we will help filter pollution and keep Braintree's rivers, lakes, and streams beautiful for years to come.
Welcome back. I'm Sarah Hamilton, and you're watching Braintree Today. Now here's some more stories. The holiday season may be winding down, but the impact of local generosity is still being felt in Braintree throughout December. Students and families from the Goddard School in Braintree collected nearly 1,200 food items for the Braintree Community Food Pantry during the school's annual holiday food drive. School officials said they were mind-blown by the generosity of our families and faculty, adding that no act of kindness is ever too small. The Goddard School continued its giving spirit later in the month, gathering toys and gifts for local families in need. In a December 17th post, the school shared that the number of donated items was overwhelming and thanked families and faculty for helping make the holiday season brighter. The Braintree Community Food Pantry once again partnered with the school to distribute the donations. The pantry has also recently received support from East Middle School, the Braintree High School class of 1975, Liberty School, and other community groups. All donations go toward helping Braintree residents facing food insecurity. The town of Braintree and Mayor Joyce would like everyone to attend the official 2026 swearing-in ceremony on Friday, January 2nd, 11 a.m. at Braintree Town Hall. There will be new appointments for the Town Council, School Committee, Thayer Library trustees, Braintree Electric Light Department, and the Braintree Housing Authority. If you can't make it, the event will be broadcasted live on BCAM TV. One of the true joys of winter in New England is skating outside. For decades, pond hockey and pond skating were staples of youth growing up on the South Shore. In recent years, however, outdoor skating has been severely hampered by warmer temperatures, rendering the region's waterways virtually unavailable to those who wish to skate. Enter the city of Quincy. Quincy officials have built artificial ice rinks to facilitate free public skating in the city since 2023. The rink has a maximum capacity of 50 skaters at a time, and both admission and skate rentals are free. A heated tent is available rinkside for skaters to lace up and remove their skates. The rink opened for the season on December 1st and will operate up until February 22nd, 2026. Winter is here in New England. So are increases in everyone's electricity and gas bills. Electricity and natural gas companies are being asked to explain their soaring fees and look for ways to reduce costs. The Department of Public Utilities announced on Monday, December 15th, that they will be investigating rising prices and aiming to make bills more understandable. The DPU noted that complicated utility bills increase customer confusion and mistrust. The state of Massachusetts attempted to make bills clearer, but failed because different companies use different billing services. Electric and gas companies under the DPU's jurisdiction are National Grid, NSTAR, Eversource, and Liberty Utilities. The DPU will be requesting reports from each company detailing what each distribution charges for and why it is necessary, along with a host of other details. Those reports will be due January 30th, 2026. Here's a quick snapshot of what's happening around Braintree this week. The Elder Affairs Committee is bringing in illusionist Lynn Dillis on December 30th at 1 p.m. The cost is $10 for a delightful afternoon of illusion and magic. The Thayer Library is hosting a New Year's Eve mask-making event on December 31st at the Children's Room at the library from 10 a.m. to noon. No registration is needed, and it's free for children of all ages. And finally, the town offices will be closed at noon on Wednesday, December 31st, and remain closed on Thursday, January 1st, in observance of the New Year's holiday. And that's your weekly snapshot. Thank you for watching Braintree Today on BCAM TV. We'll be right back with more stories in the area.
Hello, I'm Bill O'Donnell, Register of Deeds for Norfolk County. The holidays are a time of joy, but for some, a time of stress. We see firsthand at the Registry of Deeds the struggles of people when it comes to mortgage foreclosures. A number of families in the county struggle to put food on the table. Realizing that 1 out of every 9 Massachusetts households is considered food insecure, the Registry of Deeds continues to hold its annual holiday food drive to benefit struggling families here in Norfolk County. We are asking for your help in collecting non-perishable donations such as canned meats, soups, vegetables, breakfast cereals, pasta, spaghetti sauces, along with household paper goods. To make a difference this holiday season, all you have to do is drop off a donation to the Registry of Deeds lobby, located at 649 High Street in Dedham, between the hours of 8 a.m. and 4:30 p.m., Monday through Friday. If you cannot get to the Registry of Deeds, please check our website at www.norfolkdeeds.org for a food pantry location in your community. Donations are needed throughout the year. Working together, we can truly make a difference. Thank you.
Welcome back to Braintree Today. Now let's get right into more stories. 2 Stoughton police officers helped deliver a healthy baby boy in a car on the side of the road Thursday in what police are calling a once-in-a-lifetime Christmas miracle. At around 6:12 a.m. on Christmas morning, the Stoughton Police Department received an unexpected call about a woman who was in active labor inside a vehicle on Glen Echo Boulevard. Sergeant Albert Medeiros and Officer Daisy Guzman, both parents themselves, arrived on scene to find the mother-to-be in the front seat of the vehicle, moments away from delivering her second baby. While Medeiros helped deliver the crowning baby, Guzman held the mom's hand and coached her through her final moments of labor. Just before 6:20 a.m., Medeiros and Guzman helped welcome Stoughton's newest resident, Orlando Stallworth III, into the world. Both mother and baby were transported to Boston Medical Center South, where they received medical care and continue to do well. The cause of a deadly house fire on Christmas Eve in Needham last week was still under investigation, but the state fire marshal's office determined that it likely started in the garage. A 21-year-old woman was killed when her home on Woodworth Road in Needham caught fire the morning of December 24th. The state fire marshal said crews believe the fire began in the rear of an attached garage on the right side of the residence. Investigators allegedly found several heat sources that may have contributed to the fire, although an exact cause is still unclear. 2 other people inside the home escaped and were not hurt. The house sustained catastrophic damage. Needham Fire Chief Thomas Conroy said, "Our thoughts have been with the family since the early morning hours of December 24th, and they remain with the family today. I want to recognize the outpouring of compassion from Needham residents who are sending their love and support." The Needham Police Department is collecting donations to help support the affected family. They will accept gift cards to local restaurants, clothing stores, toiletries, and monetary donations. A grocery store employee in Bellingham, Massachusetts is being praised for finding an injured police officer in the parking lot following a medical emergency last Thursday afternoon. Bellingham police said the Good Samaritan located the officer bleeding from the head in the parking lot near a carriage corral around noontime. The employee immediately called 911. The unconscious officer was transported to a local trauma center for treatment. Police said the officer sustained a medical emergency and no foul play is suspected. The incident remains under investigation, and there will be an increased police presence at the Market Basket for the foreseeable future. It was a popular New England furniture retailer for almost 70 years. Now Circle Furniture has abruptly closed all of its 8 stores across Massachusetts and New Hampshire. Employees were sent a company-wide email on December 19th regarding the closures. On Tuesday, December 23rd, employees received another email confirming they were being laid off. Circle Furniture wrote, "We can no longer afford to continue operations. Therefore, all employees are being let go, including your position, effective December 23rd. In the letter sent to employees, the company had locations in Acton, Cambridge, Framingham, Hyannis, Middleton, Pembroke, Boston's Seaport neighborhood, and Portsmouth, New Hampshire. The business got its start in the 1950s in Cambridge. Circle Furniture had recently been sold within the last 4 years. The company reportedly had about 65 employees. Under the Worker Adjustment and Retaining Notification Act, business with more than 50 employees need to give 60 days notice prior to a mass layoff. No filing has appeared on the state website as of Wednesday, December 24th. Foxborough is getting ready to ring in the new year in a big way. Patriots Place is hosting its annual New Year's Eve first night celebration on December 31st. The event runs from 4 to 7 p.m. and it's packed with family-friendly activities. Visitors can enjoy ice skating, ice sculptures, games, music, special appearances, and giveaways. The night all wraps up with a fireworks show at 7 p.m. Patriots Place is also using the celebration to give back. They'll be collecting donations for Cradles to Crayons, which helps families get winter essentials. Guests are encouraged to bring new or gently used coats, hats, or gloves. Patriots Place is located right next to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. Again, first night at Patriots Place takes place on December 31st from 4 p.m. to 7 p.m., with fireworks starting at 7 p.m. Thank you for tuning in to Braintree today. We'll be right back with more in entertainment.
Hi, I'm Tom Lyons, a retired captain from the Quincy Fire Department and the author of the book Fighting Fire, A Proactive Approach. Let's talk portable electric space heater safety. These heaters must not be left unattended. Place them on a stable base 3 feet from combustibles. Their use is not recommended within a bedroom, but if you must do so, place a smoke detector on the ceiling within the bedroom. Plug a portable space heater directly into the outlet, avoiding extension cords. Thus, do not use lamp cords or power strips for this purpose. Are portable, unvented propane and oil-filled heating appliances safe to use within a residence? No. Massachusetts prohibits their use. These heaters produce asphyxiant gases. These gases can render an occupant incapacitated or dead. Please consider your safety during these upcoming colder months. Thank you for doing so.
Welcome back to Braintree Today. Now here's some new movies and shows that have been creating some social buzz. First, Marty Supreme. The film follows ambitious 1950s New York shoe salesman Marty Mauser, who dreams of table tennis stardom. To fund his jet-setting, high-stakes ping-pong lifestyle, he turns to hustling and scheming while neglecting his pregnant girlfriend. His journey takes him from London to Tokyo through chaotic adventures and affairs, and brushes with danger. The story is loosely based on real-life hustler and champion Marty Reisman. The film stars Timothée Chalamet and Gwyneth Paltrow. You can watch Marty Supreme now in theaters. Up next, Avatar: Fire and Ash. The film follows the Sully family as they grapple with grief and face new threats from an aggressive, fire-worshipping Na'vi tribe known as the Ash People. They are led by the ruthless Varang. The conflict escalates the war for Pandora and forces Jake and Neytiri to confront moral complexities and the darker sides of the Na'vi themselves. The film stars Zoe Saldana and Sam Worthington. You can watch Avatar: Fire and Ash now in theaters. Finally, The Housemaid. The film follows Millie Calloway, who is fresh out of prison and desperate for a new start. She takes a job as a live-in maid for the wealthy, seemingly perfect Winchester family. Very quickly, she discovers that their luxurious home hides dark secrets. She encounters an erratic matriarch and a dangerous, manipulative family dynamic that puts Millie in peril. The film stars Sydney Sweeney and Amanda Seyfried. You can watch The Housemaid now in theaters. That'll do it for news today. Don't forget, Verizon customers can watch BCAM TV in high definition on channel 2128 and Comcast on channel 1073. I'm Sarah Hamilton, and thank you for watching Braintree Today on BCAM TV. We'll see you next time.